I was invited to do Rebirthing, which for those that don't know, the version I did was in hot water. I think Leonard Orr actually used the same hot tub. He was like the father of, or grandfather of Rebirthing. So it was in Glastonbury. It's hot water. And you do this under safety protocols with the right people. So anybody listen, don't do this by yourself. Your face goes in the water. You wear a snorkel. They're playing the womb noise. And you're doing a conscious connected circular breath. And I remember going into this going, this is BS. Nothing's going to happen here. I'm very left brain science. This is silly, but I'll do it because I don't want to be rude. And I remember just a few breaths in, not many, a few breaths in, I could hear like a young girl screaming. And I remember thinking, and the womb noise is playing on speakers. And I thought, oh, that's weird. Is somebody else doing the rebirth and while I'm doing it? Because I thought this was like my turn. Maybe they brought somebody else in the water. And it was me. It was me. At the end of each exhale, I could hear this like really high-pitched scream happening. And before I knew it, I'd gone into what the rebirthing teacher called a full rebirthing experience. My hands had locked up into little, what I would class as baby hands. And I was in this process. I was in the water for not very long, but the entire process took about 4 hours. And I was just crying. And the first thing they say to you as well, I think they're feeling you. She put me on her shoulder. And she's playing the part of the mother in this. And she put me on the shoulder and she said, I'm so glad you're here. You're so welcome. And I was just roaring my eyes out. And so this was a process that I went through. That was my first true experience of this big transformational breathing. But it took me about 3 to 4 weeks to come back. I remember just being in my home and bursting into tears like a week later. Like it really did something. So I was like, this is really powerful. We've got to be really, really careful with this.